Tennessee governor signs constitutional carry into law. It's definitely not aliens, but also it could be aliens. Fauci becomes the target of the Freedom of Information Act, and Joe Biden continues his existential war with the teleprompter. All this and more tonight on Embers of Liberty.
Welcome to Embers of Liberty.
Our country is strong. A great people has been moved to defend a great nation. Terrorist attacks can shake the foundations of our biggest buildings, but they cannot touch the foundation of America.
In the
These acts
councils
shatter
of government,
steel,
we must guard
but they
against
cannot dent
the
the steel.
acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
Inherently and historically opposed to secret society.
We, as
secret
Americans,
oath,
have
and
the
a secret
capacity
treaty.
now, as we've had in
We
the
decided
past,
long ago
to do whatever
dangers
needs
of
to be done
excessive and unwarranted
to
concealment
preserve this last
certain
and
facts
greatest bastion of
far
freedom.
outweigh the dangers
In this
which
present
are cited to
crisis,
justify it.
government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
Welcome back to Embers of Liberty, where for the third week in a row, we've had a ton of technical difficulties, and I'm pretty much over it.
Hey, it
Listen.
worked fine Wednesday.
Listen, it may have worked fine Wednesday, but it ain't working fine today. Okay? Why
still
is
got-
the American flag still up? I mean, that's fine, because I love America. But I don't think that's what's supposed to be up there.
No, it's supposed to... Here, I can fix it. Just keep
No,
talking.
no. You stay where you're at. Bad Joe.
Listen, tech guy, your tech it ain't working.
You need to go back to banana, though, and turn the monitor off.
Go do it.
See?
You can't just say you need to go do this or that because Cody doesn't know what that is. That turned him off. Get back over here. Get back to your hole. Actually, get rid of the flag. Put our logo back up there. Oh man, it's been a night. It has been a night. Wait, what did you just say?
Told him not to hit play, because that's actually the video, but it won't play.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I know you guys were probably expecting to be able to see us, but well,
Joe broke it.
Joe broke it.
No, I didn't break
No,
it.
Joe broke it.
It was some technical difficulties. I don't know why the camera's not working,
It was working Wednesday,
but it ain't
apparently.
working.
But
It was working Wednesday. I
know.
don't get
I saw that
everything
it was working Wednesday.
perfectly.
Anyway, regardless, we're live on YouTube. You just can't see us. It's fun. If the camera starts working randomly, you're probably going to see Cody.
No, you're looking
It'll
at
be
a door.
alright. Oh, never mind. It'll just be a door. Whatever.
We can fix it. It'll be right.
It's fine. Okay, so, as always, Joe, how was the week?
Well,
I don't care.
it was really good until tonight. Now, like, I was super pumped, man. Like, seriously, Wednesday, I spent all afternoon working on this. Like, no joke. I spent like probably a good 4 hours working on this, making it perfect, so that way Justin wouldn't come in and gripe at me all evening about why it wasn't working.
Well, guess what? How'd that work out for
Like,
you?
all I wanted to be able to, like, all I wanted to do is be able to come in here and be like, oh, hey, hit play. But no, it freaking didn't work. It did not work.
Yep, sure didn't.
So I guess that I'll be working on it again this week.
What? Okay, I'm trying to get
What's going on?
to. Hold on. Well, so yeah, okay, there it is. I was trying to pull it up because Well, Beth said he literally did, which I know. I talked to him while he was working on it, Beth. So, trust me. Credit where credit's due. Joe has been working on this. But every time I show up to do anything...
You bring the bad juju. You broke it.
Apparently, I break all of it.
You broke it.
Shut up, Matt.
Hey, I'm just glad the blame's on you and not me.
Cody was even here, and it was working.
I know.
It's true.
So,
Synced it.
we do have a person that I told he should watch
Is that
tonight.
that other person?
It's Matt. I worked with Matt when I lived in Indiana. He's a really cool dude.
Don't you do it.
Shares a lot of the same beliefs as us. So, you know, Beth, you smell like failure. Anyway.
So you saying his name's Matt?
His name is Matt.
Does he believe in aliens?
Matt, do you believe in aliens? You let us know in the chat. Aliens are on the discussion board tonight because of the report that Biden said they needed to release.
Aliens are on the docket every night.
Well, yeah, that's true too.
Because I'm on this show.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Anyway,
All the answer.
we talk about aliens. We talk about super stonks.
Talk about how I'm a failure, apparently.
We talk about how Joe's a failure. Space are illegal. That's a great clarifying question, Matt. In this instance, we're talking about the space variety. UFOs, UAPs, things of that nature.
Talking about the booty poking kind.
Yeah. The butt probes. So, anyway. What? Whoa. I
What
need you
in
to
the
calm
shit?
down over there.
I was sitting there worried about you complaining about it pulling, but now I'm complaining about it pulling, so I had to fix it.
Well, whatever, dude. It's fine.
We actually have
Totally
a pretty
fine.
good meat-filled show today.
Well, you did all the show prep. I literally did nothing this week except for,
All the show preps on that computer.
yeah.
Well,
With-
it's just the notes, really, of like
Yeah.
what to talk about. But I kind of memorized it also. We're good.
Matt says he's still on the fence about aliens. And I have only one thing to say about that.
You're not my friend no more,
The
man.
good old Mars Attacks references.
Such a terrible, great movie.
It was a terrible movie, but it was so
Yeah.
funny.
It's good. Oh, God, since you didn't ask, my week was also
Oh, yeah.
pretty terrible
well,
again.
Nobody asked about my week either, so.
Hey, new Jamie. Justin, how was your week?
My week was actually pretty good. I went to the Trash Pandas game on Tuesday. It's pretty awesome. They won.
Was it in that new stadium over
Yeah.
there off of, was
Yeah,
it
Toyota
Highway
Field.
72
Yeah,
or whatever?
yeah, that's where they play.
Yeah.
They're trash pandas, man.
Was it Toyota Field or whatever?
Toyota Field.
Yeah.
Yep. It's pretty awesome.
Is it that stadium pretty cool?
It's a really nice stadium.
Cool.
And the seats that we had were really good. They were like right over the visiting team's dugout.
Yeah.
So
So you could yell at them the whole time?
we could have. We didn't, but we could have.
Smells
There
like
was-
failure.
There was a net between us and them, so like they couldn't have done anything because race car. That one's for you, Matt. So anyway,
Speaking of
let's-
race card.
let's get into the middle
Have
or
one of
into
those.
the meat of the show. Because I'm not going to be sitting here for an hour and a half tonight. I've got to drive to Kentucky tomorrow.
I've got to be at work at 7.
Yeah, so
Yeah, we're hoping to be
Let's-
done by 11,
let's get this show on the road.
maybe before that.
So Tennessee passed constitutional carry,
Yeah, boy.
like signed into law. They passed it through the state legislature a couple of weeks ago,
Right.
and we actually talked about it. But I think it's great. I think it's perfect.
Yep.
I'm only like 99.9999999% certain that the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution says that the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, and those last couple of words are like the most important part.
Right.
of that whole thing, shall not be infringed, because the founding fathers were real men of genius. Which, I mean, that's true. They really were. They devised an incredible system that allows us to be the freest, most prosperous nation on the planet.
Indeed.
So, I'm super proud of Tennessee for doing what Alabama needs to do, what all states need to do.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, Alabama has actually been working on that for a while. It went on the docket like 2 years ago, something like that.
But
then they just kind of, scrubbed it off and forgot about it. Because there's a lot of Alabamians. I hate to say it, I'm an Alabamian, but there's a lot of Alabamians out there that are dumb. I mean, they are like, there was one woman that
there's
commented,
a reason that we don't have a lottery here.
Well, I mean, there was a
Because
woman.
they're stupid.
There was a woman the other day that somebody was like, "So what's going on here?" When it was on the live stream where they were signing the bill into law, right? And she was like, "What's going on here?" And somebody was like, "Or what does this mean?" That's what she said. What does this mean? And
It means I can carry my heat without no permit.
Well, see, but another woman came in and said, "It means there's going to be more gun violence in Tennessee. What are you going to do when it's your kid?" That's not what this means at all. Matter of fact, if anything, it's probably going to be less gun violence.
Yeah. As we've said multiple times on this show, an armed society is a polite society.
Exactly.
Unless you live in a liberal shithole.
Like New York.
Or,
San
Chicago.
Francisco. Or really just California in general. Well,
no, actually, there are more Republicans in California than there are in any other state.
I take that back. It's the population centers of California that are liberal.
Well, yeah. It's population centers everywhere that are really liberal.
And that's why California swings blue, is because of all those concentrations of people.
Well, so you've got these pretty much 3 large areas in California.
San Francisco, Los Angeles, and
I don't know.
somewhere else. You said 3.
I'm guesstimating because I don't know much other than California's full of liberals.
Yeah.
On the coast,
Right.
it's all in the coast, but elsewhere in California, you've got a lot of open land. I've got a buddy that lives out in California, and he's a Republican,
Yeah.
diehard Second Amendment guy.
Right.
Like, the thing is like he hates it there because of the policies that get forced on him by large population centers.
He probably hates the people, but loves the state. Like me, I love California. Like as a state, like geographically, love California.
That would be awesome. But like the San Andreas Fault just needs to have the mega quake and like
Southern California. We want to keep Northern California because that's pretty.
All those places that are right along there,
Right.
like Los Angeles.
But when it breaks off, it kind of needs to decide not to break the whole way. Just kind of part of like half of California. We want to keep Northern California.
Fantastic. My phone is dead.
You didn't
That's
charge
awesome.
it.
Well, for one, it probably would have made it to the end of the podcast had we started when we were supposed to.
Well, technical difficulties.
Matt piped in and said an armed society is a safe society.
That too.
Which, yes, agree. 100%, Matt.
Here. Cheers.
Here. Tally ho.
Tally ho. Huzzah.
So, Matt, correct me if I'm wrong, but you are a libertarian, correct? I know it takes a minute.
Yeah, it takes
so
a minute.
we'll just continue talking, and when he answers, we'll get back to that. So, constitutional carry, it's perfect. Love it. It's not going to lead to an increase in gun violence in Tennessee. It's going to
Alabama
actually
needs to pick this junk up like
lead to
tomorrow.
a decrease in gun violence in Tennessee. So, there's that.
Yep.
And liberals can go cry on their cock-shaped pillow about it. I don't know how else to put it because, like, I'm tired of being polite.
Yeah, you could say this is not like just a hardcore libertarian. That we probably lean conservative libertarian.
Conservative libertarian.
Yeah.
That's what Matt's answer was.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. Yeah. That's what he said. So, but yeah, you're going to get more of a conservative libertarian viewpoint on this show, probably.
Yeah, for sure. But you want to talk about AOC? Hold on. Wait just a second.
Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, Representative D. Twitch.
I wish he would just change that to just piece of crap. Piece of crap Twitch. Piece of crap Cortez Twitch.
I mean, impromptu
Stupid.
photo op at the fence of an empty parking lot over the
Okay.
border crisis, and then blaming President Trump for Puerto Rico wasting
Yes.
the money that we
So-
sent them.
The other day, she put out a tweet of her
No, her grandmother.
grandmother's collapsing house in Puerto Rico, right? She went to
Yes.
visit her grandmother.
Her grandmother
First
is-
of all, I'm sitting here wondering.
Her grandmother is ill, for
right.
one.
Well, first of all, I'm wondering why. Like, okay, you got all this money. Why is your grandmother not in the States?
Bad joke.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to tell the story first. Okay, so she puts it out, says her mother's, house is crumbling. She blames it on Trump. She blames it on Trump not sending adequate assistance to Puerto Rico after what was it, the earthquakes,
No, the hurricane.
the hurricane.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Trump did send aid after the hurricane,
Yeah.
and it got hijacked by Puerto Rican gangs. What were they called? They were the gangs, Teamsters or whatever.
I don't know the answer to that.
It was like something like Teamsters. I don't know. But anyway, it was all sitting in their ports, just rotting. All the food, everything. It was just going bad.
Yeah, because,
But yeah,
Puerto Rico.
but they were still.
But
like,
it's Trump's fault.
Yeah, but it's Trump's fault. That's why they say it.
So much unity.
It's so freaking stupid.
So, but here's the thing, okay? She got raked over the coals on Twitter over
Oh yeah,
this. Like,
Because
big time.
Her salary is like
It's like $174,000 a year.
yeah.
And her grandmother's house, the roof is collapsing, right?
And she thinks the government needs to do
But-
something about it.
She just got a new Tesla.
Yep. Yep. And she financed that junk. Like, how pompous do you have to be to make six figures and then finance a
Dude,
Tesla?
you know she ain't got no money. Here's the thing.
Like, she's single with no kids.
Libertarians, as any libertarian will tell you, would have put their family and those that need their help before buying a Tesla.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is exactly what AOC
Or at least
should have
your grandmother, man. Like,
Yeah.
now if I had like a distant
So, like-
uncle that all of a sudden shows up at the door, is like, "Hey man, I need help." Well, I mean, yeah, I'll help you out a little bit, but I ain't rebuilding your house for you.
Yeah, no. But, this is her grandmother.
Like, I'll help you rebuild your house, but I'm not doing it for you.
Liberals think that they are responsible for nothing and the government is responsible for everything.
Yeah, it's freaking dumb.
And that's a problem.
Yes.
So there's that. AOC, why don't you put a new roof on your grandma's house? Or, use your government influence to, I don't know, bring her to the States.
See, that's what I didn't understand. See, like, okay, I'm gonna tell you something. Like, all the Puerto Rican guys that I worked with, they love Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's a great place if you're going there to vacation. They said you
Well,
don't want
that's
to
like
live
Mexico.
there.
Mexico's
Yeah.
a great place if you're going to vacation.
Yeah,
But don't leave this area or else the cartels will behead you.
I don't know about crime in Puerto Rico. I can't say because I literally
Yeah,
don't know.
I don't know about Puerto Rico.
But it's the economy. The economy there is terrible.
Well, yeah.
in Puerto Rico, and they said like unless you're in like the tourism stuff, like yeah, it's terrible. But that's why a lot of them moved here. That's why I worked with a lot of Puerto Rican guys, and they they'd go visit and stuff, but they moved here.
Yep. Cody, where's your friend that normally watches?
He said he would be watching.
Oh, well, he's...
Well, we got 4 viewers.
There's 4?
We have 3. I'm showing 3,
Yeah, I'm showing 3 as
And I'm
well.
one
Shows
of
3 up here and then 4 down here.
and 2 of those probably us.
Well, yeah, because I've got it pulled up here.
So we have 1, and if Beth's still on there, that's it. That's what we got.
Matt...
Unless Matt's still watching.
Well, now I'm showing 4 now.
Okay.
Anyway, it doesn't matter, really. We're doing this because we want to do this. I don't really
So
care.
Matt says that Matt's still listening. He said that Matt Walsh started a GoFundMe for AOC's grandmother.
Holy crap, I didn't see that.
That's
hilarious.
That's like the ultimate middle finger to AOC.
Yeah.
Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, Representative D. Twitch.
You got burned.
Yeah.
I
By
need the
a
Kelso-
conservative.
I need the Kelso burn. from that 70s show. That's what I need over here.
There you go.
I need it. And I also still need Smells Like Failure.
It smells like failure.
You smell like failure. But I mean, really, she gets the good old Echo Dough.
Yeah.
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 I've missed this thing.
I can tell. See, Bryson was playing with it the other night, and we just called him Justin. Didn't we, Cody?
Disgraceful.
Like, Bryson just kept mashing buttons and stuff, and I was like, okay, Justin, you got to quit that.
Whatever you want me to do.
Just whatever you want me to do.
He said they already raised $48,000.
Yeah, that's because,
Holy smokes. That could, in Puerto Rico, that could probably rebuild her whole freaking house.
Yeah, probably. I like Matt being involved here.
Matt, we need to have... Where's Matt live?
Matt, you live in Illinois now, right?
Oh, that sucks.
I'm pretty sure that's where he moved
I'm about to say, he needs to come be a guest on the show.
I mean, we could always...
Matt, do you have family in Alabama? Next time you come down here to visit, you should be on the show.
Dude, I met him in Indiana.
Oh. Well, I mean, he may have family in Alabama.
We could always just Discord him in. He's in
true.
Ohio.
You're in Ohio? Well, shoot.
But, yeah, I mean, we could always Discord him in.
That's true.
That would be fun.
That'd be fun.
So anyway,
Something else that won't work right.
You're not wrong.
Cody thought that was funny.
That's good stuff.
So, have you seen any of the Fauci stuff?
Oh, from Joe's Conspiracy Corner, we are partying in this corner, I'm telling you.
Okay, listen, man. I don't know if you listened to Bongino today.
I don't listen to Bongino, not because I don't like him. I've never listened to him.
Well, so I like Bongino, but also I think Bongino's kind of stupid.
I just feel for
I don't. Okay, so stupid's the wrong word. I feel like a lot of the things that he talks about, he hasn't got enough information.
Yeah, I feel like he's a conservative, not crazy Alex Jones in a way. But he don't go as deep as Alex Jones. Like he just kind of. It's almost
I
like
need the Rogan clip of Alex Jones saying, "I don't know if you know this, but I'm kind of retarded."
But because he'll get information and he won't get, like you said, he won't get the whole story. But he instead of waiting to get the whole story, he just goes in and blurts it out.
Yeah.
And it's like, hold up, bro.
So anyway, there is one specific email that has been misconstrued according to Fauci about, so just basically this guy, I need the name now. I gotta know what this guy's name is.
You talking about the guy that he was emailing back and forth with?
Well, one of them, yes. Oh God, what is that guy's name?
I'm not sure.
Regardless, he worked closely with the Wuhan
that guy.
Institute of
that guy.
Virology.
That guy.
And
pretty much told on him.
And basically sent Fauci an email that said, thanks for
oh no, that guy. Okay, yeah.
Thanks for saying what you said to dispel the myths about the lab origin theory.
Right. Yeah, because they wanted to downplay that junk.
And then after that, there's a big chunk of this email that's redacted.
Yeah, because they said for trade secret reasons.
Nope.
That's what Shapiro said that they said.
So it had a code to it. I think it was 87B, something like that. Redaction code. Let's see. Jesus, you know what? I hate the internet sometimes.
Shoot, man, for all we know, they could be pulling that junk down.
Well, so Bongino talked about it, and he knew what the redaction code was. He looked it up, so like he actually did some due diligence.
Mm-hmm.
It was redacted because the information could interfere with an ongoing law enforcement investigation. Huh. Interesting.
I'm going to tell you right now, Joe's Conspiracy Corner thinks that it done leaked out of a lab.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but China has a biological weapons program.
Well, yeah. A lot of countries do.
America doesn't.
America
does not have a biological weapons program.
Doesn't. And I'm air quoting
No,
with my fingers.
we do not use biological weapons. Biological warfare was outlawed in the Geneva Convention.
You know what else was outlawed in the Geneva Convention? Using tear gas on your own people.
For one, tear gas
Or CS gas, my bad.
is not the same thing. Like the tear gas canisters that law enforcement uses to disperse crowds, they are not the same as tear gas that was deployed in war zones. Not the same. At all.
Okay.
Back to the point. Anything to do with China's government red flags, okay? The fact that we inadvertently funded gain-of-function research in Wuhan.
Yep. Okay. No, did you hear how Fauci worded it too? When they were like, "Hey, so you funded gain of function research, right?" And he said, "No, we never wrote a check to them to do gain of function research. We told them to quit doing gain of function research." And then they wrote a check to another group that ended up writing a check to them to do gain of function research.
Yeah, because
that's how the U.S. government works.
Nod.
Exactly. That's how the U.S. government works. They'll write a check to the middleman, and the middleman does the dirty work.
The thing is that they were doing gain of function research on bat coronaviruses.
Yep.
They literally had all of the people involved in that lab magically vanish.
I didn't hear that one.
Well, I mean, there was one doctor that was a whistleblower over there. He was 32 years old, perfectly healthy.
And that dude died. Yeah.
Died from COVID.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
2 gunshot wounds to the back of the head, but it was COVID.
Yeah.
Okay. And even in the States, there's, stories of guys that blew their head off with a shotgun. They had COVID when they did it, and they counted it as a COVID death. Like, this is not okay.
Just to be fair, do you ever think that maybe they really did blow their heads off with a shotgun because they knew what was coming and they just didn't want to deal with it?
I mean, it's possible. Regardless.
Makes you wonder what else is coming. Is this it?
For one, I will defend my freedom the way the founders intended.
With the pew-pew. With the pew-pew stick.
Okay. I will gladly place a cannon in the hallway at my house, loaded with grape shot, just as the founders intended. And I will gladly bayonet charge somebody because triangular wounds are impossible to stitch.
Are they?
Triangular stab wounds, yes.
Yeah, but now they have that powder junk you can pour on it, that quick clot. And...
That's assuming that you're going to have someone there quick enough to get that stuff in.
True that.
Hey, Chris, our GoPro is not functioning the way that we would like for it to.
Yeah, no joke. We set it up Wednesday. I ran everything so that way Justin wouldn't whine and cry like a little baby when he'd come in this week, like he did last week. Had it all working good. That way all I had to do is plug everything in and go. Well, we did. We plugged everything, and everything went except the GoPro. So that's why we don't have video this week. We're hoping we can have it by next week. I will try to test it again this week and try to get everything working. But for this week, no, we don't have video, and trust me, we're just as disappointed. It's okay though because I've been working today and I haven't had a shower and I have dirt all over me and it's bad.
Matt makes a great point. Fauci didn't kill himself. Let's just put it out
Oh
there.
snap! Fauci didn't kill himself. I really do think though that the reason they allowed this to happen and why, because to me, why has nobody put in a Freedom of Information Act request sooner? I think it's because they don't need him no more. They're ready for him to go. It's okay. Bye. We used you for what we needed.
He's useless.
Yeah, we used you for what we needed. Bye.
He was useless when he was with the Trump administration.
But what I'm
I
saying
mean,
is,
you can literally put a timeline together of all the emails that point to, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
yeah, but see, America was in love with him, and the media put him out there as, hey, this is America's doctor, and America loved him. Well, the media America loved him, and people believed him. And you say you can go out here. How many people have you heard be like, well, Dr. Fauci said this? Dude, shut up. I don't want to hear what Dr. Fauci has to say.
I don't give a shit what Dr. Fauci has
Dr.
to say.
Fauci, like Ben Shapiro says, he was a bureaucrat, and he backed his institution. His institution could have said the sky is purple, and he would have been like, well, there could be possible scientific facts to back up the fact that the sky may actually be purple, and there's something wrong with our eyes, and there's some disease that made us be able to see it in blue.
I think you're stretching a little bit, but I know what you mean.
It's rhetorical. It's not.
Okay, so
I don't think that's how that word's supposed to be used.
That's the way I use it. Get over it.
What?
I said rhetorical.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
that's not the correct use of that word.
What was the word I'm looking for? It's It's
You know what really grinds my gears?
That's the wrong one.
See, I know what button you meant to hit, or what button you hit, but I can't hear it. But I know what it was.
You can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
No, not at all. Can't hear any of that.
That's weird.
Go
Joe
to
broke
the
it.
mixer.
What?
No.
Is your volume turned up?
Yeah, Joe.
Go to the mixer.
You broke it.
Same buttons on as us.
Yep, you broke it.
Which one?
Real man of genius.
Joe just breaks everything.
Joe broke it. Don't get up, Joe.
No. You sit. You stay. Bad Joe.
Go into your microphone and click all the buttons on.
Oh God.
No, just all the upper buttons, like all the A 1 2 3 buttons.
What?
Under your microphone, click all like A 1 2 3. Oh no, that was my.
Yep,
Oh,
I
that's
can
me.
definitely hear him now.
Okay, click A1 off.
Okay.
Nope. Click A1 back on. A2 off.
Okay.
Nope. A3. There
What
you go.
about now?
Can you hear anything?
So
No.
much unity.
Still can't hear nothing.
No, you broke it.
Son of a gun.
Way to go, Joe.
It'll be alright. I'll fix it next week. We'll be good.
Yeah, just like you fixed everything else. You smell like failure. Anyway, so yeah, so Fauci. I don't know, man.
Is Dylan Rhodes in this in the show today?
What?
He just sent a message said we up in this.
D Rhodes, you here? I don't know.
So what we okay? You were saying
Okay, let's get to some meat.
some Fauci meat?
No.
We ain't
Chicken?
done with Fauci. No,
Chicken?
wait, let this guy go.
Hey, we had chicken. That's meat.
Aliens.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. I'm not done
What?
with Fauci. I want to milk this.
Well, I mean, you go ahead. You talk Fauci. Do you know anything about the Fauci emails? No, you don't. You got nothing.
Got nothing. I just figured there was something else we could say. Look, for real though, I really do think that I think that they are done using him and they're going to let him just, fall under the bus.
Oh, you mean kind of like they did with Andrew Cuomo?
Yeah. Yep. I wouldn't be surprised. And now all of a sudden his sexual allegations are coming out. Okay. I'm telling you, did you watch the video where he was sitting in front of that whole makeshift rescue setup that they had in New York? No joke, dude. You could see his nipple piercings through his shirt. Did you see that?
Dude, why does that matter?
Because he's a perv, man. Like, what governor is going to have a nipple?
Oh, you're talking about Cuomo.
Yeah.
Dude, my dad's nipples are pierced.
But it's a governor.
So?
Like, I just think the dude's a pedo, man.
No, I think he's just a creep.
I think he's a pedo. Exactly, he's a creep. He's a pedo. He likes kids.
No. None of the women that he...
That's my theory.
No.
But also he did, he sexually harassed women, man.
He sexually harassed women, but they were not underage.
But he's a creep.
You can be a creep and not be a pedo. They are not.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden something come out and they said that they found pictures of little kids on his computer. I wouldn't be surprised.
Listen, man.
Would you be surprised at this point?
No, nothing surprises me anymore.
I mean, we freaking about to talk about aliens that, the Pentagon freaking released. So, if anything surprises anybody at this point, man, y'all got to wake up.
Well, so the thing is that all of this Fauci stuff, there's an email where he literally says masks will not stop COVID.
Yep.
There's an email thanking him for
downplaying
the lab leak.
Yep.
And also, there's a report that he was trying to cite reputable virologists that just happened to include the guy who thanked him for the lab leak.
Yeah.
Dispelling comments. And so just, 2 + 2 is not adding up to 4 right now. Because something's not right here. The real question is, did we inadvertently fund a Chinese bioweapon?
I think we did.
I
mean,
do
really,
too.
really, if you think about it, we're funding this stuff every day, and it doesn't mean China. I mean, all over the world.
Hamas. Where does Hamas get all their rockets from? Oh, that's right, Iran.
Where does Iran get their missiles from?
Where does Iran get the money to build said missiles from? Oh yeah, that Iran nuclear deal thing that Obama did.
Yeah,
gave them a shitload of money.
Good thing for us, good thing for Israel is Iran sucks at making missiles.
Well, it's not necessarily that Iran sucks at making missiles. It's that Israel has the Iron Dome.
Right.
Which, has a 90% stop rate. So, I don't know. I know.
Oh, yeah, man. We ain't about that woke, nasty junk ickiness. We don't say woke on this podcast, at least not in a positive manner. We ain't about that. We ain't the woke. We the waked.
The hell did you just say?
We ain't the woke. We the waked. We the waked up. We the waked up ones. We ain't the woked up ones. We the waked up ones.
Sounds like failure.
I ain't woke. I'm waked.
Anyway, okay, we got to move on from Fauci.
Yes.
That means.
Da, 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 da.
No, we're going to talk about Biden's existential war with the teleprompter.
Oh.
Dang it. We got to talk about aliens last because that'll probably be a long time.
I don't know how long it'll be.
Be a long talk.
But for one, he had the Alzheimer's thing.
I did hear about his little fight when he was going out there and pretty much saying that, like, it was this stupid thing that he went out and did a speech about how pretty much how America is racist and bad. And
okay, Mr. Racial Jungle, shut the fuck up.
But okay, so he went out there and first thing he starts out with like he fighting the teleprompter. Like it's funny, Ben Shapiro was like, he's first of all he's gonna take the teleprompter out there and fight him first.
Yeah.
But
fight to the death. I bet the teleprompter wins.
no joke, man. Like I'm sitting there like watching. I wasn't watching. I was listening to this, and it sounded like, I don't know, bad poetry that made no sense. I was like, what in the world is this man saying? And then he goes on to say stuff about something about like, in America we need to make it the right way, because right now it's if I lift me up, then I'm bringing you down, and if I succeed, then you lose. And it's like, no, that's not necessarily how things work in America. Like, just because my business succeeds doesn't mean somebody else's business fails. I mean, it can mean that, but it doesn't always mean that.
No, it doesn't.
And it has nothing to do with color. I don't know how many, like, there's tons of people of color that have a business, man. And it's a very successful business. Freaking Michael Jordan has one of the most popular shoes. Well, it's Nike, but it's Air Jordans, and he gets I'm pretty sure he has a claim to that. Like, look, I mean, come on, man.
I don't have the button anymore.
I know. That's why I did it for you.
Come on, man.
Like, and Michael Jordan's a black guy, and his shoe is one of the most popular shoes in the entire world. Aside from Birkenstocks.
Listen, man.
Is Birkenstocks still a thing for people anymore? I don't know.
Michael Jordan himself said white people buy sneakers too.
Yeah. Michael Jordan doesn't give two craps, man. He just wants to shoot some hoops and, make money.
Michael Jordan just wants to gamble and smoke cigars, okay?
That one.
let's not get this twisted, okay?
And play golf.
Probably that too.
As long as he doesn't get sucked down to Looney Tunes World again.
Yeah, we can't have him being sucked down that hole no more.
Yeah, no more Looney Tunes. That's LeBron's turf now, and I hope.
Oh, don't remind me.
I hope them cartoon characters whoop LeBron's ass.
Oh,
they will.
Race baiting piece of shit.
Don't remind me.
Anyway,
like literally, it ruined that for me.
So the thing is that like every time Biden talks, I lose IQ points. Literally.
It's like, okay, I would much rather listen to George Bush Jr. speak than Biden.
I would much rather hear George W. Bush say.
And remember,
interwebs.
he messed up a lot of stuff.
Interwebs, man.
But he thought it was hilarious.
Because it was hilarious.
Like, I didn't like George Bush either, but
so
come on.
That's the difference between conservative politicians and liberal politicians. Conservative politicians can actually find humor in their own mistakes. Liberal politicians, they blame everybody else for that.
Yeah, when they mess up, it's everybody else's fault.
So...
Or no, it's not everybody else's fault. It's America's fault. Because, well, I guess it would be everybody else's fault, but it's America's fault because they were just not given the chance. They make six figures, but they were just not given a chance, Justin. AOC has had to fight because
Alexandra
she's a woman.
Ocasio-Cortez, Representative D. Twitch.
Her life is so unfair, Justin.
It's so unfair.
She only makes six figures. She deserves a 7-figure salary, Justin.
Yeah. Okay.
She deserves so much more.
So much unity.
No.
Freaking, you know what she deserves? She deserves to be smacked over the head and tossed back to Puerto Rico.
No,
like Puerto Rico,
well,
y'all can have this one back.
For one, she's an American citizen. She was born in New York. For another, she needs to go back to making mixed drinks at the bar and stay the hell away from the government.
Yeah, because she's a freaking bimbo. She is a freaking bar bimbo. She's not the good, bartender that puts sage advice on you.
We're literally talking about a woman who did not know what a garbage disposal was. That's who you elected.
I'm still skeptical of that. I seriously seriously. I'm really, really hoping that was all satire.
Dude.
I really hope it was.
It was on Instagram Live. She literally didn't know what a garbage disposal was.
But I'm really hoping she's joking. You cannot be that stupid.
You can't give that woman the benefit of the doubt. She literally is that stupid.
Oh, I just
She blamed President Trump for her grandmother's roof caving in when she just purchased a new Tesla.
Aren't the midterms coming up? Is it possible for her to get voted out in this midterm?
No, because she lives in a liberal shithole called New York.
But is it possible? I mean, like, is
it's
the option
possible.
there?
What you're saying is there's a chance.
That's what I'm saying. There's a chance.
It's a
I'm
small
saying,
chance.
is that her election thing coming up? Does she have to rerun?
I don't know when she's up for re-election, but I bet she doesn't win.
Oh, I hope not. She needs to be kicked out of there like a hot cake.
Unfortunately, whoever does win is going to be just as bad as she is.
No, because see, that's one thing Shapiro
They're not
said.
going to elect a Republican there.
No, but there are more conservative-leaning Democrats that are trying to run.
You mean more moderate Democrats?
No, they actually were termed conservative Democrats.
Yes, but
on
the Democrat side of the aisle, that means they're moderate.
Probably, but you know what I mean? Like, they're more conservative-leaning Democrats. I believe one of them talked about he was going to carry a gun as if he, and he was going to do away with his security detail.
He's running for the mayor of New York.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
And he should absolutely carry a gun in New York City.
Oh, yeah, I would too. But did you hear about, it was one of the media ladies was like, oh my gosh, is this what we need to be teaching our kids? We need to be teaching our kids to put down the guns. Something like
you need to be teaching your kids the meaning of no.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, okay. Regardless, Biden continues to have an existential war with the teleprompter. I was trying to find the clip. I couldn't find it, but he can't read the teleprompter, and he's the leader of the free world.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Kamala Harris is the leader of the free world, who, by the way, also has the lowest approval ratings of any vice president in the history of vice presidents.
Well, to be honest with you, once the presidential race was over and they celebrated her being a woman as vice president, she pretty much disappeared. At least to me. I mean,
have we seen her at the border yet?
No.
Exactly. Wait, isn't she in charge of that?
Man, she's probably in charge of a lot of things that she ain't doing.
Oh, but this is also the woman that, put people in California away for having marijuana and then bragged about smoking marijuana while she was the prosecutor in California. So yeah, about that.
She's a woman, Justin. It's okay. She can get away with it.
She's a black woman. Oh,
there you go.
Except for she's not black.
Yeah, it was like Obama.
She's Indian and Jamaican. She's not even African.
Okay, that reminds me. They talk about, one thing that they talked about is this culture war thing going on, right? That reminds me, you're talking about how she's not black and everything. Okay.
Hey, if you have trouble figuring out if you're for me or Trump,
you ain't
black.
Okay, so one thing that gets on my nerves is why do we put... Okay, I'm not going to say people of color. I'm going to say black people. Because it's black people. Why do we put black people up on the pedestal? Well, we always say people of color. But yet, I'm going to tell you, they're talking about this culture war going on. There's a big talk that's going on, the culture war, right? Between colors and all that, whatever. I'm going to tell you something. Mexicans don't care. Asians don't care. White people don't care. Literally, the only people that care are black people. Everybody else just wants to freaking live their life.
And woke Karens.
The white knights. The white people that think there's actually a problem. Though there is a problem in the black community.
The white knights would be the KKK.
Well,
but
you know what I'm talking about, the white knights, I
know what you mean.
The ones that are going to, they're, what are they called, white allies or whatever. Okay, and it's really making me angry because literally everybody else just wants to freaking live their lives, but yet we're being told by black people, hey, there's a problem here. Yeah, well, the freaking problem resides in your own community that you need to fix. That's your problem. It's not everybody else's problem. That's your problem. Everybody wants you to succeed just as much as the rest of us. is not about color. Like, if somebody doesn't want you to succeed because you're black, then yeah, they're a piece of garbage and they deserve to be smacked over the face.
Yeah, I mean, racism's not okay, but, just because...
But a lot of your problems reside with you, not with everybody else.
Just because your decision-making has led you to a path of failure does not mean that your skin color is the reason you're a failure.
Right. It's not because you're black. It's because of decisions you made.
You personally are the reason you're a failure.
Right.
Anyway.
And I would say that to anybody of any other color.
Yeah.
Like, anybody.
Absolutely.
Like, the first thing that comes into my mind when I see a black person on the side of the road that's homeless, I'm not thinking, oh, hey, the system was mean to him. I'm thinking, well, he's probably not made the right decisions to get to where he needs to be. If I see anybody else of any other color in the same situation, that's what I'm thinking.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. What are we ready for?
Ancient alien technology.
Wow! It is my time.
Okay, so the report did come out. The report definitively says that the objects are not American military aircraft, but pointedly does not discount the possibility that they could belong to another earthly nation. Both Russia and China are known to be experimenting with hypersonic technology, vehicles and weapons that can move at 5 times the speed of sound or faster, and certainly the velocity of the objects seen by American pilots would be consistent with that kind of engineering. But the suddenness with which the objects change directions would, or at least should, cause G-forces that would rip them or their inhabitants apart. And the length of time some of them remain aloft goes beyond what conventional fuel technology could support. This is a Time article.
It's freaking aliens.
So, the conclusions of the report are intriguing, but not satisfying.
Keep going.
They literally satisfy nobody.
Keep going.
There is no evidence that the UAPs are of extraterrestrial origin, but nor can that possibility be ruled out.
So basically, what it is they're grasping at straws at this point, really, because okay, if the who is this from? Is this from the Pentagon?
Well, this is part of the COVID relief bill that Donald Trump signed into law.
Right.
This was his little back door.
Yeah. Show us the aliens, boy.
Aliens.
Show us the aliens, fed boy.
But yes, it is. It requires the Pentagon to continue investigating UAPs.
Okay, so
and release its findings to the public.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, they're not going to tell us the truth. They're not going to come out and just straight. They're going to release it slowly. They're going to get us conditioned to the idea, hey, there's something else out there.
For one, here's my thought. Okay, I think more likely than not, if these are of extraterrestrial origin, they are unmanned.
Maybe.
I do not believe that they're putting beings in these craft if they are of extraterrestrial origin. I'm very Rogan on this.
What makes you think that?
Well, for one, the way they move, the G-forces, but also...
I don't pause. Can I put a pause on you real quick? But see, like they're like, you know how, see, on the space station and stuff, they can, create the artificial gravity by spinning the space station, right? Is that thing? Something like that. You know how they can spin things and make the artificial gravity?
Yes.
I'm wondering, but see, they've got obviously way more advanced technology than us. I'm wondering if there's a technology that does actually stabilize the atmosphere inside.
Okay, so
that way
you paused me before I got to
go
exactly what you're talking about.
Sorry.
There is a possibility that these crafts are utilizing what we would call an Alcubierre warp drive, which basically distorts space-time in front of and behind the craft.
This is a thing?
This is a thing.
I'm going to have to look this up.
It's not a real thing.
Oh, it's a theory.
It's a theoretical.
I got you. See, I was thinking that there was actually like something being trying to be made.
They're trying to get the math to work out.
Right. But right now, there's no hardware yet.
Human brain.
There's no hardware yet, though.
No.
Not that we know
Not
of.
that we have. So, theoretically, if they had an Alcubierre warp drive, basically what it does is it distorts space and time in front of and behind the craft, but leaves the space-time inside the craft unaffected. So basically it cancels out all of the G-force. Right? Because technically where you're sitting is not moving. It is an expansion and contraction of space-time that's propelling the vehicle.
Ooh, that makes my brain hurt.
Dude, I love watching stuff about space.
Oh no, it's very
theoretical
intriguing,
physics
but to
and
me,
stuff.
it's like, man, like just it don't make it makes sense to me. I'm saying it would make my brain hurt to try to figure out how to actually do that.
Well, right now it's impossible.
Right.
It requires
technology we don't currently have.
Well, so the math right now has run into a brick wall with negative mass energy. So, like, it basically requires exotic matter that we don't have.
Right.
For the math to work out. And it also requires an energy density roughly the size of Jupiter.
Mm.
So, like, all the energy contained within Jupiter, you need that to make it work.
So basically, these beings or whatever they are,
if they're aliens,
they have found a way to really supply some energy. Like basically, it's their form of our lithium battery in a way.
Oh, most likely it would be
times like a million,
like a micro fusion reactor.
But they've made it in a way basically where they can use it. To,
Or they figured out how to do free energy, which is literally like it violates all the laws of thermodynamics and all that shit.
But
so
see,
like,
but if you really think about it, all the laws of physics that we know are based on our world.
Well, yes, but it's based on our observable universe.
Right.
Which
is
would
not
be
much.
their observable universe as well.
Well,
they have figured out so. The likelihood is that they have figured out how to manipulate quantum mechanics in ways that would yield these results. If they're coming here, they're probably thousands of years more advanced than we are.
Oh yeah.
What bothers me the most about the alien thing, though, is that all of these sightings started happening more and more when we started detonating nuclear weapons.
Yeah, well, have you seen the videos of like the mysterious aircrafts like floating around like nuclear silos and all that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, have you seen the Black Knight that's up by the space station all the time? Like, it's not one of our satellites.
The Black Knight. Well, hold on, what?
You'll just have to look it up.
What just
later.
happened? Something bleep bleep.
I don't know what that was.
I can't hear anything, so.
Oh, it was the GoPro. We're good.
Huh.
It died.
Aliens.
How did the GoPro die? It's plugged up.
Nope, it's doing things. They're talking to us.
They're like, you got to shut up.
The FBI is
figuring
like,
it out.
We got to get an ID on these guys right now because they're talking about some serious stuff and we got to shut them down. Anyway.
No, the GoPro don't charge while it's running.
Oh, well.
It's aliens.
So I guess it's a good thing we didn't use it 'cause we'd be unseen now.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know.
Oh, I'm fully convinced, man. It's got to be aliens. Which I was convinced anyway. Like to me,
so like the statistical likelihood that we're alone in the universe is extremely tiny.
Exactly.
But I mean,
the only thing that makes me skeptical of the existence, or that these may be aliens, the only thing that makes it be like, oh well, I wonder if it really is why have we had no radio interference with anything that we know of. You know what I mean? Like, are they on like some different kind of level as far as like radio signal? Because see, radio signal to them may just be like us looking at little kids' walkie talkies. You know what I mean?
I mean, it could be.
They may be using, shoot, man, they may be using telekinesis for all we know, and they can like telekinesis back to Jar Jarville back in thousands of light years away, which would be freaking insane. That's a long telekinesis.
Anyway, like I said, the statistical likelihood that we're alone in the universe is extremely low.
Right.
But really, are we that interesting that they would want to come here?
Well, see, there is that theory, though, where people think that aliens seeded us on this planet, and maybe they're just coming back to check on us. I don't believe that, but there is that theory.
Are you ready for this?
What?
God.
Yes.
Is.
Yes.
An alien.
I mean, essentially.
No, literally.
I mean, by definition.
By definition, yeah. God is not from here.
Right.
He, according to the Bible, he created here.
Right. He created everything.
And he created us.
Right.
Therefore, God is an alien.
I mean, yeah.
Anyway.
It could be, it could be, for all we know, it could be like a heavenly thing.
It could be. I mean, the only...
Bible does say not to really pay much attention to things going on in the sky.
The only right answer right now is that we don't have an answer.
Right. We can have theories, though.
That's true. We can.
I like having theories.
So, moving on. Last thing, because it's almost 11 o'clock.
Yep. We want to be done around 11.
Stonks.
Oh.
So.
Okay, I'm going to sleep.
I convinced Chris last week.
Okay.
That GME is a good buy.
Well, you convinced Matt. Matt, have you invested in the GME yet?
We'll find out. Massive amounts of shady stuff is happening. Roaring Kitty, aka Deep Fucking Value, has returned. He's been posting cryptic tweets all week. Ryan Cohen has been posting tweets all week. We saw the most volume that we've seen in months on Wednesday. Got it all the way up to almost $300. I think it was at like $286. And then yesterday...
I'm going to pause for a second. Matt, what are you thinking about investing in? All right, go. He's not invested in anything.
Well, I mean...
That's why I just paused for a second. I was just going to ask him what is he investing in because it'll take a second to get to him.
Regardless, all of the positive things that are going on with GameStop and the hedge funds are still shorting this stock. Now, the funny thing is that Wednesday, you see the most volume you've seen in months. Something like 20 million, I think.
I have to say, for the first time, I actually was like, dang, man, at least put it in for this week and then at least pull it back out. I'm not going to lie. Part of me was like, man.
No. Because that enables the hedge funds to win.
I don't care about the hedge funds.
Day
all
trade,
I care about is my money.
You can't day trade GameStop. It won't work if you day trade GameStop.
Yeah, well.
Okay? The only way to win is to hold. It literally costs us nothing to hold, but it costs the hedge funds billions of dollars every day.
I don't care about the hedge funds. I care about my money.
Yeah, we don't either.
So I put in, price goes up, I pull out when it starts to go back down.
All your money, all of it, all the money that you have, it's ours now. Give it. That Ken is the guy in charge of Citadel, or Shitadel, as we like to call them.
Oh, the hedgie?
Yes, he is a hedgie. There's been some really good memes going around on Reddit. If you want to do the due diligence, go Get on Reddit. Find the subreddit Super Stonk. Stonk, not stock. STONK. And just start digging. Like, just go through all that stuff. I sent you the House of Cards.
Mm.
I sent it to Cody. There's literally nothing that I'm going to be able to tell you that I haven't already told you about this. They've got the NFT. They bought a fulfillment center. They're changing signs on their storefronts to GameStop.com. Because they're shifting to e-commerce.
So they're probably going to be, the plan is probably to be the Amazon of gaming.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Which I've said before.
Yeah.
The way that it looks is the media is covering for the hedge funds. They have pumped AMC so many times over the past week, and there's been like 5 stories about GameStop. They don't want people to know about this because it is going to cost them a ton of money. We're talking about the largest wealth redistribution in the history of the United States potentially occurring.
I still think it's going to crash the economy.
The thing is that these people would have sold their GameStop shares for $1,000 in January. They would have. Now, nah. I want all your money. Sorry about your luck. That's what happens when you manipulate a stock for months on end, artificially decrease the value of the stock with naked short sales, which, if you don't know what naked short sales are, it is shorting a stock with shares that do not exist. Like, you literally can't short a stock with shares that don't exist. It's not possible. America is the only place that they're able to do this in. Like, you can't naked short sell in the German market. You can't naked short sell in the Chinese market. You can't naked short sell in any other market. The American market is the only one that you're able to naked short sell, and it's because of an options loophole. They're able to synthetically generate shares that they don't technically have, and they're able to cover old short positions with synthetic shares. The shareholder meeting is coming next week. T+21 is coming next week. T+35 is coming next week. These are all really good things. The shareholders meeting in particular is going to be interesting because they're tallying the number of votes now. I'm interested to see how many votes there are compared to number of shares. Because if there's more votes than shares, we just caught you doing exactly what you've been called out for this entire time. I also saw tweets from someone who said that a Citadel lawyer has contacted them, telling them that if they don't start exposing what Citadel is doing, they're going to sue them.
But if they expose Citadel, though, Citadel will cease to exist because... Wait, that just don't make no sense. Like, hey, we're going to sue you with the company that no longer exists because we got shut down.
Well, I mean, the thing is Ken is trying to bankrupt a company.
Right.
The problem is that Ken is going to bankrupt his own company because he's an idiot. Like, I've said it before. You can piss off Twitter. You can deal with a Twitter mob. Never, ever, 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 under any circumstance, piss off Reddit. And that's what they did. They pissed off Reddit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've also said this before, and I'll say it again. Reddit gets what Reddit wants. And they getting them tendies.
We'll see, man. I'm still skeptical. I definitely think there's some money to be made, but I don't know.
The thing is it at this point, even if MOAS doesn't happen, which MOAS is the mother of all short squeezes.
Right.
Even if MOAS doesn't happen, GameStop is still going to be a good long-term investment.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
So even if I don't get rich overnight because we bankrupt a hedge fund, I'm going to leave those shares that I have alone. I'm going to let them do what they're going to do, because I believe that GameStop is on a track to literally revolutionize the gaming industry again. You know, we talked about it last week with the non-fungible token. They're trying to make it to where you can sell your digital copies of games, where you can lend them out to your friends. Whatever you want to do with your digital only copies of games, they're creating a market just like they did with used physical games. They're on a path to a successful financial future. And that, you know, that's all I can say about GameStop is whether you believe in MOAS or not, it's going to make you money in the long term. So
as long as they keep following through, maybe I think the stocks are going to fall. Like if the short squeeze don't happen, I think the stocks will fall.
Dude,
and it'll gradually gradually work its way back up.
One more thing. Ryan Cohen has waived any compensation from GameStop. He doesn't want any money for what he's doing. Do you really think that he would do that if he didn't believe that he could turn that company around?
No, I'm not saying the company won't turn around. I'm saying that I feel like the stock is inflated, and that.
But it's real. But with all the information that they have, that we have about what they're doing, it's not. If anything, it's still undervalued.
Well, see, what I was going to say is, I think what people are eventually going to be like, well, the short squeeze isn't going to happen. They're going to sell. The stock's going to drop back down.
Well, that's what's happening. The hedge funds are artificially suppressing the price in the hopes that we will sell.
Right.
The problem is that we own the float and we ain't selling.
Right.
Like, nobody is going to sell this stock. You'll have a couple of paper hands that jump in, you know, with FOMO, fear of missing out, and they'll sell after a couple of weeks, but we're talking a marginal amount of shares.
Right.
We're not talking about...
I'm just saying, if that happens, if people decide to start giving up and they start bailing, I see the stock falling back down. You know, I'm not saying like it's not going to go bankrupt or anything. I see it falling back down. People may be like, oh, I'm going to lose some money. Well, but I do eventually see it going back up, but at a slower rate.
For one,
because of the improvements.
You know what's going to happen when the stock starts going back down? The people on Reddit are going to buy that dip.
Right. I can see that, yeah.
Which is going to drive the price back up.
Especially those people that have made millions off of this.
This is going to be it's never going to end until the hedge funds give up. And that's all there is to it.
I remember 70 years ago when we started this shit.
The collective will of Reddit is greater than the collective will of the hedge funds. That's all there is to it. Reddit's not giving up. They'd have to... When Reddit goes down for 2 minutes, there's a back channel. Everybody knows. Go to that back channel. Discuss what's happening until Reddit's back, and then we go back to Reddit.
Wow.
These are organized apes, okay?
Now, if only the rest
of
America
I told you last week, there was a guy
like
who literally shoved a banana up his ass. This is the kind of people that we are dealing with.
Is there video of this somewhere?
Yes.
Oh.
He posted a video to Superstonk of him shoving a banana up his ass.
Oh, that's gross.
These are the people that the hedge funds are dealing with, okay? They're not going to win.
That's
There are literal videos of people eating crayons.
Wow.
We call that the Marine Corps. Sorry.
Rah, 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 rah. Rah, 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 rah.
Purple's my favorite.
Tastes just like purple. But anyway, so, I mean, you do what you want. As for me, I'm going to get my tendies, bro.
I hope
Win Moon. Win Lambo.
Yeah, see, you saying W-E-N, I'm saying W-H-E-N. Win. Like win. When does that happen?
Well, that's exactly what win means.
Like if you show me like if somebody could tell me like, hey, the short squeeze is happening Wednesday, you better get on the boat. I'm good. I'll get on the boat. But I need to see it happen. I'm one of those people. I need to see it happening.
You're a paper hand.
I need to see it happening.
You're paper hands.
Maybe.
No, you are. You're literally okay. So you're a FOMO paper hands.
Like I'm just not somebody that can just throw some money out there. But like I trust you, man. No, that's my freaking money. Like I need to see something happening.
No hope for you, man.
You started your own business and you've got to see it happen to invest money? What?
Yeah.
Well, that's because I see like somebody else isn't handling that money.
Okay,
I'm handling that money.
For one, get on Super Stonk, read all that stuff. You'll see it. I'm telling you, if you just read for 2 hours on Super Stonk, you will believe in this stock just as much as we do.
I just feel like
I like the stock, man.
I think y'all just trust these people more than I do.
I think a community of 150,000 people that have all dug into this.
I'm pretty sure you could find 150,000 people that told me I need to wear a mask too. Just saying.
Okay, for one, we're not talking about masks. We're talking about people who...
I'm just saying 150,000 people really isn't a lot.
Listen. Don't talk. Listen.
Smooth brain.
Words.
Okay. Words. Yep. Read. Yep. Cody got it. Anyway.
I just don't trust it.
Where was I going? You don't trust anything, Joe.
No, you're right. I don't even trust the church.
I know one thing he definitely
don't trust
doesn't
Jesus
trust.
or God. I don't trust the church.
He definitely doesn't trust a clock.
No.
Oh,
Definitely
you went
not.
there. You went there. You douche.
to Matt. Yes, Marines. Rah, 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 rah. Rah, 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 rah.
Matt, if you're not on TikTok, you wouldn't get it.
I'm sure Matt knows exactly what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure I've sent him some of those. Anyway. Damn, I lost where I was going.
You said quit listening.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Or quit talking.
Stop. Don't talk. Listen. Okay? These people have literally dug so far to find all of this information, and it's from reputable places. They have done their due diligence. Okay?
No, that's not
I sent you a 37-page PDF.
That's not the part I don't trust.
With evidence.
That's not the part I don't trust, man. That's to me. It's the part I don't trust is them saying, "Okay, when's the short squeeze happening?" They're like, "It's coming. It's coming." It's
Okay,
like to
for
me.
one-
Listen, hold on, wait. Now you hold on.
Like I told you, it literally costs you $0 to hold the shares until it happens.
Unless
and the longer you wait, the less money you will make when the squeeze does happen, because the more you're going to pay per share.
Unless it doesn't happen at all and the freaking stock fails, this whole plan fails and everybody loses money. And and it's kind of like the first people that knew it get out and they get all the money, and the last people out, well, it just sucks for you. I just don't trust it, dude. I don't trust it. I don't trust people on the internet.
You disappoint me.
That's
You
okay.
disappoint me.
That's okay. Because it's going to be bad when you come in one day and you're like, bro, that dang stock.
For one, I don't have anything invested in GameStop that I couldn't afford to lose.
I know.
So I don't care either way. But I believe in GameStop, and I believe in Superstock.
But see, that's what Cody was talking about, a business. See, that as me as a business owner, that's where that comes in. Like, a penny is a penny is a penny to me.
Well, yeah, it is to me too. But this
But you
was
just
money,
said you didn't care.
Because this is money that I will recoup regardless.
Not if the stock completely goes bust.
I will recoup this money regardless of what happens.
How?
Because it's in my 401k. This is money I didn't have to begin with because I couldn't access it.
But you didn't invest through your 401k. You withdrew from your 401k.
No, I didn't. I opened a self-managed brokerage account within my 401k.
Ah.
Like I said, I will recoup this money regardless.
I mean, yes, but no.
I'm not going to miss the amount of money that I have in GameStop currently. That's the whole point. It is 11:17. I really need to get going because I need to get some sleep because I got to go to Kentucky tomorrow.
Fair enough.
So, I don't have anything else.
I got nothing else.
Buy some GME.
Not buying
just
GME.
one share.
Nope.
Just buy one
Not
share.
happening. How much is it right now? Like 250 something? No, it went up like
It's 242 right now.
I thought it went up like $60. I thought it was like almost 300.
Oh, it was. And then all of a sudden there was no volume again.
Then it fell right back down.
Except for synthetic short sale. So
Like for $240, man, I could buy a new weed eater.
Yeah, you could also become a millionaire. I don't know, man. I'm just saying.
Or you could make one monthly payment on a new Can-Am.
Hey, you can't
Listen.
you can't pitch for them unless they're going unless they're going to sponsor the show.
You get out of here with that nonsense.
I'm just saying, man.
You don't speak that mess.
That's a
Ricky,
payment.
Joe, Bob, Billy, Joe,
That's payment.
Cody, Bob,
But
Joe.
I am actually with him on that. Like that's a vehicle payment or a toy payment. I'm with him on that.
You can be with him all you want. You bought GameStop, right?
Yep.
So
Don't lie to me, boy.
Lie? Me?
anyway, that's all I've got for tonight.
Never.
Thanks, guys. Those of you that tuned in and interacted with us, really appreciate.
Yeah, that was cool.
The actual feedback. It makes things flow a little bit better.
Yeah, that's good.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel.
That way it'll let you know whenever we're
Give us a
streaming.
like.
And share.
Click the notification bell. Share the shit out of it, Get us out there. We enjoy doing this.
Yeah.
We're not planning on, doing it full time.
Even if we don't make money off of it, I still.
But it would be cool to do it full time.
It would be. It would be.
Daily
actually have-
Embers of Liberty show.
Yep. We'd be like the new Ben Shapiro, but
That would
better.
be cool.
But yeah, that's all I got.
No, thank you, Matt.
Yeah, thank you, man.
As always,
Tally
ho,
ho,
lads.
lads.